Thank you very much indeed. Extremely kind of you. Totally unnecessary. All I did was walk from there to there. Do you ever see yourself in a lift? Do you ever watch yourself in lifts? Do you know what we're all thinking in lifts, every one of us? If the cable breaks? Do you know what we're thinking? If the cable breaks, a split second before the lift hits the ground, I will jump up in the air. Just bring the top of the lift closer to your head quicker. What? I don't like lifts, elevators. I've been trapped. I was trapped in a lift in New Zealand. I was trapped for about 45, 50 minutes in this lift in New Zealand. It didn't worry me at first. Then it started to worry me. And you kind of sit there and you're reading things, looking at the notices and thinking, limit weight. 800 pounds or 6 people. You think, they're a lot of fat bastards, aren't they? What if it's just 2 people? That'll be 400 pounds each. What if it's 1 bastard? How would he have got in? It was a Otis lift, and I'm sitting there kind of doing anagrams. Sit-o, I sit. I sot I. 2 is 2. I mean, and gradually, and then I saw this thing which says, in the event of a fire, do not use this elevator as a means to escape the building. And I thought, shit, I'm in it. The building's on fire and I'm in an oven. And I believed it. I started to sweat. And there was an emergency phone, and I picked that up. It was engaged. And eventually, after about 45, 50 minutes, a screwdriver, the age of technology, a screwdriver comes through the door. And it opened, and there's a fellow there. I would have married a bastard if he'd asked me. When he says to me, he comes out with this great advice. How do you feel? I said, well, I was getting a bit wary about it. I didn't really like it. He said, well, what you must do actually is get into another lift immediately. It's like falling off a bike. You've got to do it immediately, otherwise you'll never do it again. So get in this lift here and just press the button, go up to the top of the building and come back down again. 2 hours I was in that bastard. Now, if I can help it, I don't use elevators. I have to when I'm in America. I was in America recently. Well, not recently, about a year ago or so. And I had to get into an elevator. It was in one of those very tall buildings, kind of 44th story or something like that. It would have taken me years to walk up there. And I wait, because I think if somebody comes along, I can talk to them. At least if something happens, I'll have somebody in there to talk to, which is important. And I wait, and nobody comes. So eventually I think, oh, get in the lift. And I'm standing in the lift, I'm going, I'm beginning to hyperventilate. I'm going, oh, shit. Oh, Christ, get it over with. So I press the button, and the doors go, and the lift goes, it's one of those express lifts. And I wait for the doors to open, and nothing happens. And I wait 2, 3 seconds, and I go, oh, Christ. And I blow, I panic. Jesus, oh, don't let me hear there, please, God, I can't sing it. I'm tearing at the lift doors with my nail. Please, Jesus, let me out. And somebody taps me on the shoulder. And I turn around and there's 8 or 9 people standing there. It's one of those old alternate doors for alternate floors. You feel such a prat. You all right? Oh, yes. Tell you what I hate too is music. Dear Christ. Do you like music? Is there anybody in the world likes music? The worst thing in the world that can happen to you is to hear yourself humming to it. It's everywhere. You phone somebody and they put you on hold. They say, could you hold on a second? And you're holding. Yeah, brat, I didn't want to talk to you anyhow. Dentist, you go to a dentist nowadays. Music. Have you been to a dentist recently? Years ago they used to wear short jackets. Now they wear robes, hats, goggles, gloves, masks. Do you think they were clearing up Chernobyl, for Christ's sake? They got the drill in your mouth. And then they... I'll tell you who I hate too, is when somebody phones you and it's the wrong number, they get the wrong number, and they will not accept it. They will not accept that you are telling them this is the wrong number. Hello? Hello? Can I speak to Charlie? Charlie? Charlie who? Charlie. Charlie lives there. No, Charlie doesn't live there. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. I live here. I've lived here for 24 years. There's no Charlie living here. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. I live here. There's no Charlie. And then they'll say, well, what number is that? I said, what the Christ has got to do with you? If I give you my number, you've already got my number. You ring, there's no Charlie. You ring me back and I'll tell you there's no Charlie here. Now piss off and get off the phone and leave me alone. And then they do the thing, oh, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, I'm terribly sorry, I apologize. Listen, I made a mistake, a slip of my finger. I'm sorry if I got you agitated. It's just one of those. And then you feel guilty. I feel guilty. I go, oh, it's okay. Look, don't worry about it. It's okay. Anybody can do it. I've done it myself. It's okay. Forget it. Okay. And then he says something like, hey, if Charlie rings, will you tell him I called? Tell you who I hate too. Doctors' receptionists. They're like a kind of Panzer division protecting their God. I go to a doctor, and she'll say to me, what do you want? I'm in the doctor's surgery. What do you want? I'd like to see the doctor. Why? Well, I wonder if you'd help me change the tires of my car. You want to see him? Yes. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I'm not very well. If I was a doctor, I'd know what I'm wrong. I wouldn't be here if I was a doctor. Well, you know, he's very busy. Oh. Well, in that case, I'll piss off and die. And they're mean bastards, aren't they? Those magazines. Jeez, I was reading a magazine the other day. Michael Jackson was still black. And they're extraordinary. I mean, they're educated people, but they can't say things. They'll say things like, how's the waterworks? This is a qualified doctor. How's the waterworks? Are you talking about my dick? What are you talking about? Well, I was just wondering, how's the old undercarriage? What do you think, I'm a bloody airplane? Do you think I land on my crotch every time I come in? How's your blood pressure? What? Your blood pressure, how is it? I don't know. You mean you haven't had any blood pressure taken? I said, no. He said, how old are you? I said, I'm 56. He said, are you aware that more men in the middle 50s die than any other age? I said, what about the old ones? He said, they don't get there. No, whatever he said. When he's talking like that, your blood pressure's gone up. It has to go up, for Christ's sake. He's telling you you haven't got long to live. And have you seen them? They take out a little black box that looks remarkably like a coffin. up, and there's a black armband in there that he puts on me. And he straps it, and then he goes, and it starts to tighten on your arm. Nobody explains anything. You just go, and you think, Jesus, what's happening? Christ, it's crushing my arm. Sweat breaking out. And then you suddenly go, and the thermometer type of thing drops down. And he says, yes, you have high blood pressure. Oh, you bastard. Yes, I have. Of course I have. She's just given it to me. I went to a doctor recently. I had a trapped nerve. And he said to me, what do you think's wrong with you? I said, I have a trapped nerve. So he said, all right, let me examine you. He examined me, and he said, you have a trapped nerve. That'll be 35 pounds. And I said, when I came in and said I had a trapped nerve, you didn't give me anything. You tell me I've got a trapped nerve, and I've got to give you 35 quid. And I'm an ex-smoker. I don't like smokers. I'm an ex-smoker. I'm a real convert, nasty ex-smoker. I do not like smoke. New Year's Eve, there's a fella blowing smoke all over me. And I'm going, don't do that, I don't like it. He said, well, it's not the real nicotine. The nicotine's going into me. It's only the residue. And I said, well, I don't like it. He said, well, you drink? I said, yeah, but I don't piss on you when I'm finished. There are things in your life that annoy you, don't they? Horns in car. People who play bang their horns all the time. What is it with horns? You're in a car, any of us are in a car, and you hear a horn 300 yards away, and we assume it's for us. Beep! What? Oh. Beep, beep, you bastard, where are you? Beep, yeah, where are you? I was driving about 2 weeks ago. I get in my car and I'm driving. Beep. 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 This bastard behind me. So I go. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. And now I'm going. Piss off! Beep, beep, beep. So I think, I'll get away from this fella. I'll drive somewhere else. So I just go down and turn, and he follows me. Beep, 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 beep. So I stop, and he stops, and I get out of the car. And I go back, and what? I can't even speak. Why, you are, you, and he says, here's your briefcase. Umbrellas, people with umbrellas. Don't you get angry about things like that? Don't you get angry about people with umbrellas walking around? I get livid. I saved my eyes. I mean, those people going... Do you know what I'm going to do one day? I'm going to take the umbrella off them, I'm going to close it, then I'm going to stick it up their arse, and then I'm going to open it. And people who fart in lifts. What about those bastards? I was in America recently. I get into an elevator, and there's a fellow there, and he said, what floor's here? And I said, 7 or whatever it was. Press the button. And just as the doors are closing, he darts out. And I am now in a sealed metal box with his fart. We go up 2 floors, the doors open, 3 people get in, and they look at me. And I don't deny it. I mean, that's the extraordinary thing. I don't deny it. I don't say, hey, I didn't fart. It wasn't me. I didn't know it was a dirty bastard down below. He got out. Tell you what I hate too. I hate supermarkets. I don't like supermarkets. I don't like being conditioned. I go to a supermarket. I think I'm being conditioned. Do you ever watch mothers with children at the checkout? The one place, the checkout, is where all the sweets are. All the goodies, all glittering. And there's a queue, and the child has time to zone in on it. And you see mothers being morally blackmailed by this whole system. Mummy, what? Mummy, juggling, mummy, juggling. No, darling, no, I told you yesterday. No, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. You're looking for a sore bottom. Extraordinary expression to, you're looking for a sore bottom. Where will I find it? You're asking for a slap. I didn't ask for it. Yes, you did. Love that when mothers, do you ever see mothers hitting children? Stop crying. Stop crying. I'll give you something to cry about. This is a madness. We have a madness in the world. We promote this madness. You ever watch yourself? One of the most important things we as parents do is we teach our children about time. We teach them important things like reading the clock. You actually think that's important? I'm going to teach you to read the clock. Huh? I'm going to teach you to read the time. Why? Because it's important that you know the time. Why? Because how would you know when to get up to go to school? Mummy would make me. What if Mummy wasn't there? You'd wake me. What if we both weren't there? Wouldn't go to school. How would you know when breakfast was? I'd be hungry. Shut up! Somebody came along to you and said, what time is it? And you didn't know, you'd feel stupid. Well, why doesn't he feel stupid? He doesn't know. Let me go through this whole thing. I'm going to teach you. I did it myself with my son. I'm going to teach you how to read the clock. This is a clock. It's not actually a clock. It is a clock, but it's not a clock. It's a watch. It's called a watch. It's a wristwatch because it's on my wrist. Yes, it's a wristwatch because it's on my wrist and I watch it. Yes, it's very good. Now, time is made up of zones, periods of time, all right? There's hours and minute, no, not hours. No, they're not hours. They're hours. They don't belong to us. It's a different spelling, H-O-U-R-S. Not Howards. It's silent. I don't know. Now, on every day, there are 24 hours. 24 of these hours. 12 in the day and 12 in the night. I know I said there are 24 hours in a day. 12 in the day, 12 in the night. But a day is made up of a day and a night. What are you, stupid? I couldn't very well say Monday night. Everybody knows when I say Monday, I'm talking about the 24 hours. Now shut up and listen. Now, on every clock or watch, there are 3 pointers. They're called hands, all right? They point to the hour, all right? Understand that? There's the hour hand. That's the first hand, the hour hand. The second hand is the minute hand, and the third hand is the second hand. Shut up! We'll do away. Forget about the third hand. Forget it. It's gone, all right? It's gone. Now we have two hands. On the face of the clock, there are two hands, all right? There's the hour hand, which is the fat hand, and there's the thin hand, which is the minute hand. So you have a fat hand and a thin hand, all right? Fat hand, hours, thin hand, minutes. Right. Now, up the top of the clock, you see the number up there, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is 12. It's not 3. It would be 3 if you joined them together. We already have a 3 here on the side by itself. We don't need 2 bloody 3s on a clock. So it's 12. All right? 1 and 2 is 12. So when the fat hand and the thin hand are pointing at the 1 and the 2, it is 12 o'clock in the daytime. Because it would be dark and you wouldn't be able to see it. Now the thin hand starts to move away from the fat hand. It likes the fat hand. Yes, it likes the fat hand, but if it wants to tell the time, it has to go away from the fat hand. So it moves away from the fat hand, leaving the fat hand at the 1 and the 2, and then it comes over to the 1 here by itself. You see the 1 to the right of the 1 and the 2? Now, that 1 is 5. Because it is, it's 5. 2 is 10, 3 is 15, 4 is 20, 5 is 25, 6 is a half. Half! Because 12 is the whole, so 6 is the half. 7 is 25 to, or 35 past. So now what's actually happening is the thin hand is moving around the clock from the 1 to the 2, which is the 5 and the 10. And while he's doing that, the fat hand is moving slowly away from the 1 and the 2. Yes, because fat hands move slowly, that's right. Fat things waddle away, yes, that's it. And now by the time the fat hand has got around to the 1, which was the 5, when the minute hand was pointing at it, and the 1 has come back right up to the 1 and the 2, it is now what time? It is not 5 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Because when the thin hand points at it, it's minutes. The fat hand points at it, it's an hour. Now you be a good boy and learn how to read the clock. And I'll buy you a digital watch. Right, well, that'll get him. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time I went. Thank you very much for listening. You've been very good, lovely audience to work to. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Take care, have a good new year, and a continued good life. Don't just finish at the end of the year. Good night, thank you. May your God go with you.
And Dave Allen returns next Monday night here on Carlton at the same time.